Thank you, really. Thank you so much. I am truly touched and actually was quite fearful when I got the email because when I saw that word hero, it's an intimidating word, and it certainly is a word that I think of myself as I go about my day, as I go about the work that I try to do. The last thing I think about is accolades or words like heroes, but when your peers say you're doing good, it is a warm feeling. And so from the bottom of my heart, from the staff and all the workers and all the wonderful GLSEN moms, thank you very much for this award. Because we are talking about students here tonight, I will be remiss if I don't suggest that we just take a moment to think about the families out in Oklahoma. The last I checked, there were about 75 kids who were trapped in a school that a tornado had hit, and they weren't able to recover them as of yet. And so let our thoughts and prayers be with those families and those children. Hopefully we can find them all and they get home safe. I also would like to just take a moment to think about the family and friends of Mark Carson, the man who was shot in these streets. You know, as a journalist, I'm always interested in the rationale as to what words are used and why those words are chosen. And when I saw some of the pieces written about the Carson murder include things about what he was wearing, I got angry because it seems to me that they were suggesting that somehow he asked for it based upon what he was wearing, or that somehow by the clothes that he chose to wear somehow justified the heinous crime that was done against him, and that is not right and that is not fair, and we would not stand for that. So tonight, when I sober up, I will get back to my computer and I will do what I believe God has given me the talent to do, and that is to write. I'll be honest with you, every day I just don't feel like being the gay guy. I've been in sports media for a long time. I tried to get into sports media for a long time, and oftentimes I am the gay guy in sports. When someone says faggot, they all run to me to figure out what we should do about it. When an athlete comes out in retirement, they come to me to figure out how we should cover it. When Jason, who thank you very much, Jason, for doing what you did, but when Jason came out, they said, LZ, what should we do about it? And there are days in which I can go, I don't know and don't care, figure it out. Because I don't always want to be the gay guy in sports. Sometimes I just want to be the guy in sports who happens to be gay. Sometimes I think there are other things that I would like to write about. There are other things that I want to do. And then I think about people like Leon. I think about Harvey Milk. And I think maybe Harvey Milk wanted something else to do. I think about Bayard Rustin, and I think perhaps he wanted something else to do. I think about Cheryl Swoops. I think about Langston Hughes and Lorraine Hansberry. And I think about all the people, all the LGBT people before me who perhaps wanted something else to do, but instead chose to fight. And so in those days in which I don't feel like being called faggot in the comment boards one more time, in which I don't want to fight in the office with my bosses about a piece I want to write one more time, in which sometimes I don't want to be the guy they call when Jason Collins comes out one more day, I think about all of my heroes before me who made it possible for me to be in the place that I'm in. And I feel compelled not to be handcuffed by the idea that I have something else to do, but rather this is what I was called to do. This is my place. And so this is why I hesitated when they said hero, because I don't think of myself as a hero. I think of myself as a voice. Not the voice for you to run to in the newsroom when a gay person comes out of the closet, but a voice for the kids who perhaps don't feel strong enough to speak up for themselves. A voice for a student like a Brittany Griner, who was told not to talk about herself because it was bad for business. I think about all the individuals who are depending upon me to do one simple thing, and that is speak up. So I don't accept this award, even though it's called as a hero. I don't accept it as a hero. I accept it as a challenge from all of you to continue to try to be a voice for all the young people in classrooms all around this country who are silenced and feel trapped and don't have anyone else to speak up for them. And the platforms that God has blessed me with, I will continue to use to be a voice for those young people. I will continue to use to be a voice for the adults who happen to be teachers and administrators who also fear for their security and their safeties in their places of work. I promise you, you will not always agree with what I have to say. I promise you I will not always get it right. But I will promise you that I will never stop trying. I believe this is why I'm here at this particular place. I believe I don't have the privilege of saying I want to do other things. I believe it is a great privilege to say that I have been chosen to do this thing at this particular moment. And I thank you so much for saying, you're doing all right, dude. You're doing all right. So, thank you very much. Have a great night.